Let's step into the battlefield of strategy and legend. In this episode, we unravel the classic attacking game, Hani vs. Kunz, 1905, a tale of ambition, rivalry, and brilliance. This is Blood of the Kingdoms, the Lions and the Dragons. Tell us in the comments, what game should we uncover next?
Two neighboring kingdoms, the White Lions and the Black Dragons, have long maintained a fragile peace, their borders quiet and stable. However, whispers begin to spread across the land. Caleb, the ambitious and bloodthirsty king of the Black Dragons, is preparing to invade the White Lions. His thirst for conquest and power has overtaken all sense of diplomacy. While the people of the two kingdoms have lived in harmony and prosperity for generations, the winds of war now stir on the horizon. The rumors of King Caleb's intentions reach Karim, the wise and noble king of the White Lions. Concerned, Karim decides to send a patrol to assess the situation. Though he has never trusted Caleb, he had hoped that war would not come to pass. Some of the patrol return to Karim with disturbing news. Enemy forces are on the move. As reports confirm the advancing Black Dragon army, Karim orders additional troops to be stationed on the outskirts of his city, still hoping for peace. He refuses to believe that war is inevitable, but he prepares for the worst. As the Black Dragon's army nears, Karim's resolve is tested. He orders his forces to hold their ground, refusing to strike first. Instead, he sends Nadir, one of his most trusted knights, to lead a small contingent of soldiers to monitor the enemy. Nadir's orders are clear. He is to refrain from attacking unless provoked. Nadir sets up camp with his soldiers and watches from a distance as the two armies draw closer, their battle lines just miles apart. It is then that Nadir spots Neil, the Black Dragon's formidable champion, emerging from the enemy ranks with a smug, mocking smile. The animosity between Nadir and Neil runs deep, a rivalry that dates back to their youth. Nadir's tactical brilliance had once defeated the impulsive and hot-headed Neil in a crucial sparring match, a victory that has sparked years of bitter grudge. This humiliation drove Neil to abandon the White Lion's kingdom, seeking vengeance and recognition elsewhere. Lured by Caleb's promises of power and glory, Neil pledged his loyalty to the Black Dragons, vowing to one day surpass Nadir and prove his worth. Bilal, a wise elder from the White Lion's kingdom who once shared a long-standing relationship with the Black Dragons, approaches King Karim. He requests permission to venture to the battlefield, where the two armies stand poised in an effort to prevent a bloodbath. Bilal, once a trusted advisor to the Black Dragon King, helped forge peace between the two kingdoms. However, after Caleb's rise, Bilal grew disillusioned with his bloodthirsty ambition. He left the Black Dragons, seeking refuge with the White Lions, where his wisdom became invaluable in preventing war. The king agrees, as Bilal's mission aligns with his own desire to avoid a costly war between the two kingdoms and their armies. Meanwhile, Nadir notices a new development on the battlefield. Bryce, a commander in the Black Dragon army, is preparing a flank attack. Bryce, a towering figure with piercing eyes and an aura of quiet intensity, had once been a seeker of spiritual enlightenment. In his youth, he roamed distant lands in search of wisdom, longing to find balance and purpose. However, his journey led him into the clutches of Caleb, who exploited Bryce's vulnerability and twisted his quest for meaning into a ruthless devotion to power. Now, Bryce serves as one of Caleb's most loyal magical commanders, wielding his strategic prowess with cold precision, yet carrying the faint shadow of the man he once aspired to be. Sensing the threat, Nadir orders his troops to advance slightly, aiming to block any further progress from the enemy forces. As Nadir focuses on the battlefield, monitoring Bryce's movements, Neil commands his men to attack, creating a surge of chaos in the ranks. Using the turmoil to his advantage, Neil seizes the moment to confront his old rival. In a flash, Neil charges at Nadir, the two warriors locking swords in a fierce and brutal duel. Nadir, momentarily caught off guard, struggles to maintain his guard. Meanwhile, Nadir's younger brother Nasir, a skilled but untested knight, watches the unfolding conflict from the sidelines. Loyal to his brother, but often overshadowed by Nadir's legacy, Nasir struggles with feelings of inadequacy, yet his love for Nadir drives him to act. Nadir and Neil's swords clash with devastating force, each strike filled with years of hatred and rivalry. Blood stains Nadir's brow, but his resolve remains unbroken. His thoughts are focused on his kingdom, his people, and his brother. As the duel raged on, Nadir's mind remained focused on his duty. He knew he could not fail. The weight of his responsibility bore down on him, driving him to fight with every ounce of strength he had left. Yet a lingering thought haunted him. If he were to fall, his brother would have to carry on in his stead. The battle reached its climax, and Neil, with deadly precision, seized an opening. His strike caught Nadir off guard, delivering a fatal blow. Pain and exhaustion overtook him as his vision blurred, and he felt his strength fading. In his final moments, Nadir's thoughts turned to his brother, Nasir, wishing he could find the strength to stop this war. As Nadir's body crumpled to the ground, Nasir watched in horror from the sidelines. Overcome with grief, he rushed to his brother's side, but it was too late. Kneeling beside Nadir's lifeless form, tears streamed down Nasir's face as he whispered a pained confession of his failure to protect him. Yet even in his despair, something stirred within Nasir. His brother's sacrifice ignited a spark deep within his heart, a fierce determination to honor Nadir's legacy. Clenching his fists, Nasir silently vowed to make things right, not just for the kingdom, but for the brother he had lost. In the wake of Nadir's death, Neil also succumbs to his battle wounds, struck down by one of the White Lions loyal to their fallen leader. The Black Dragon army, seeing the loss of their champion, retreats, and Bryce rushes back to report the defeat to King Caleb. The air in the White Lion's fortress is heavy with grief as King Kareem stands by the war room window, mourning the loss of his greatest warrior. Yet, in his heart, he knows the battle is far from over. The Black Dragon's relentless aggression threatens to consume the kingdom, and desperation forces his hand. It is time to unleash the kingdom's most volatile force, its most dangerous weapon. Descending into the cold, dimly lit dungeons beneath the castle, Kareem approaches a solitary cell. Inside, a towering figure rises from the shadows. His bald head gleams faintly in the torchlight, and his thick black beard adds to his imposing presence. Scars crisscross his muscular frame, each a testament to countless battles and a life lived on the edge of rebellion. Even in chains, the man radiates an unshakable aura of power, as if the very air around him hums with tension. This is the Queen's brother, a man whose name stirs both fear and reverence across the kingdom. Once the kingdom's fiercest champion, his sheer ferocity in battle became the stuff of legends, but his defiance of authority, born from his unyielding spirit, led to his imprisonment. Yet despite his tempestuous nature, his loyalty to his sister, Queen Kama, and to his homeland has never wavered. From the time they were children, he was her shadow, fiercely protective, willing to bear any burden or face any enemy to ensure her safety. Even in his rebellion, his love for her remained a guiding force, and his duty to protect her at all costs shaped every decision he made. Karim steps forward, his voice firm but measured.
Rami, the time has come. The kingdom needs you. The black dragons must feel the weight of our fury.
Rami rises, towering over Karim, his dark eyes glinting with anticipation. He cracks his knuckles and smirks, his voice rumbling like distant thunder.
If the kingdom calls, I'll answer. Let the black dragons learn the meaning of regret.
Freed from his chains, Rami strides toward the armory, a lion unleashed from its cage. The aura of strength and vengeance surrounding him is undeniable. The white lions have played their final card, and the battlefield is about to witness the wrath of their most formidable warrior.